Madam, we may start. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
So, shall we start?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Ancient wisdom lights the way forward. I warmly welcome you all to day 6 of a workshop on reviving India's traditional knowledge systems to strengthen human capital for the 21st century. Today's topic, Ancient Indic Wisdom for a Futuristic World, a Bird's Eye View, encourages us to reflect on how timeless traditions can save a better future. We are honored to have with us Br.Vignesh Chaitanya, a dedicated teacher and motivator who has touched lives across various sectors through his insights on leadership, mind management, and Indian philosophy. We are truly privileged to learn from him today. With respect, I now invite Br.Vignesh Chaitanya to lead the session. Over to you, sir.
Hari Om, Namaste, Namaskaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadguru. Good evening to all. And I can see names all, but only I can see our Dr. Madanji. Is it that they are not supposed to switch on the video, or they can switch on the video?
It's not like that. They may have their internet connection becoming weak.
Whoever is possible, if you can switch on the videos, it will be nice.
Videos.
Thank you. Because this is a new new knowledge tool now. We are talking to computers, through the computers to reaching out to people, but at the same time not able to see them sometimes. Anyways, this particular, I saw the link. In that link, our Dr. Madanji had mentioned join our conversation. It was not join the lecture. So what we are going to do in this particular session is we are going to do a lot of conversations. Conversations can, initiate thinking, reflection, and more ideas can be generated, as well more clarity can be brought into the conversations. Understanding can happen in the conversation, because when it is lecture based, one way there will be talking or ideas are being sent, and the receiver is also receiving the knowledge the way they receive the knowledge. So the idea is whether the knowledge, that which has been shared, as it fulfilled its purpose, can be understood only when there is a conversation, a dialogue, or a discussion. Is it okay? Am I on the path? Somebody? Is it okay? So particularly in the online,
yes, sir.
True, sir. Particularly in the online, it is very difficult to engage unless until there is a two-way process. Though it is very difficult.
True, sir. It's really true.
So even if it is, physical, that is different. When people are sharing ideas in the physical front, offline, that's a different way of sharing knowledge and gathering knowledge or understanding knowledge. But it is happening through a medium like what we are doing right now. It's very difficult to engage in a conversation unless, the mode is like two-way discussions and dialogues and conversations. Is it okay?
Absolutely, sir.
And that too is going to be a 1.5 hour session, which I will not be doing the entire 1.5 hour session. You all are doctorates. I see everybody, most of them has got DR in the front, and I have got BR in front. DR are doctorates, BR are brahmachari. So, we have only one letter change. You have got D and I've got B. Okay, so which is different. So right now what I'm trying to, for a fulfilling and meaningful and impactful knowledge transaction can happen if it is a conversation. And I believe that conversations can bring out a lot of ideas, and not only ideas, the knowledge by itself can actually give us that purpose of the knowledge. Lot of knowledge we keep talking and transacting. What happens to the person who is sending the knowledge and who is receiving the knowledge, we are not sure. Maybe we are happy giving the knowledge, but we do not know whether the person who is receiving the knowledge may be happy or not. And with this screen switched off, it's very difficult for even anybody to understand whether the knowledge which you are sharing is making somebody happy or not. When you look at the eyes of people, you know whether the bulb is bright or the bulb is dull. So now there is no bulb at all. So we can't see whether the bulb is bright or bulb is dull. So whether experience, nowadays we have this simile, smileys. Suddenly they will clap. At least you open your video and clap like this, no? Only even there also in the video, we are only using emojis and other things to express our emotion. You switch on your video and smile and say, come on, that's good, clap. Are you all with me?
Absolutely, sir.
So I'm trying to set a tone for us to at least look at faces and start conversations. And I had a very interesting conversation when I was in Mauritius for a brief time. So I had gone for a routine physical checkup for my work permit, and I met this doctor. He's a medical doctor. So he was just taking my reports and then looking, and then he was humming a song. I was little, very surprised to see a doctor sing. I mean, no discrimination. Why doctors should not sing and all, you should not ask. Why are you judgmental? Sorry, it's not like that. Because technically speaking, usually these people who are in the doctorates seem to be a little more research oriented, stuff like that. So when I asked him, doctor, you hum very well the music. Usually I have not seen doctors during the process of medical therapy or treatment or consultation. I have not seen anybody hum. It's very interesting. Do you like singing? I asked. So what's the problem? Why? Of course I love humming and singing. I said usually art and research little usually they don't go together. I was saying. Then he started talking. It was so interesting. For half an hour that person was talking from a different plane. He was not talking something which is like relevant to medicine at all. He was talking more about knowledge. He's talking about how knowledge functions. And something which very, very interesting he said. Scientific. I'm not talking anything from, a scientific, if you want to say. They did a research, and he said the person who did the research got a Nobel Prize. I'm not sure about it, but he said that. You know what he said? They did a research. They had dead bodies. They are all clinically dead, brain dead, not clinically dead, brain dead. So they're all brain dead. And they wanted to find out whether there is somebody who is inside taking knowledge. I'm talking relevant knowledge. So what they did is they put some EEG on the 10 dead bodies, brain dead. And then they had a questionnaire. And then they started asking, is somebody there inside? Are you there inside? Like that, some question they asked. Knowing it's a scientific experiment, brain dead means no functions of the brain, no transactions, no thought process happening in the brain. When they asked the question, they were surprised to see spike in the sheet. It was a shock for them. Brain dead means no reception, no working of the brain. We all think brain only thinks. Yes or no? Our understanding is brain thinks, right? Where is the mind? Brain. It's in the mind. Isn't it so? Is it our understanding, right? Usual understanding. Now this is a scientific experiment done by scientific people, medical people. Now they were surprised, and you know one more surprise. They again asked the same question, and they found out again the spike, and they found out in all the charts, 10 people's charts, same spike, not different spike. Meaning the answer and the response is the same. Are you all with me? Now, the next one was a bomber. They said, okay, now what we'll do is we'll reframe the question and ask it. Then before they could ask the question, there was a spike. Meaning the person knew what I'm going to ask. People understand it's a dead brain, clinically dead brain. And this is a scientific experiment. And the person who did, they said he got a Nobel Prize. I'm not talking anything religious or spiritual at all. I'm talking about a phenomenon that happened in process and they were awarded an experiment. What did they find is that the person who is inside in all the 10 people and the person inside who is going to ask the question, they were able to see that the person can sense what I'm going to ask even before I ask. So what is the conclusion is that there is not multiple people, there's only one consciousness. Are you getting the hang of it? And you know why he was telling that? He was trying to tell me, we are all trying to seek knowledge. Nobody seeks ignorance in life. Do we seek ignorance in life? Every day in the morning when we wake up, we want to know something. Yes or no? We want to gain knowledge. Why is that we always seek knowledge? Because is that I am ignorant and I want knowledge? And this doctor said one more thing. He said, if I'm going to give you a knowledge and if you say I understand, does it mean that after I say that you understand or you know already and you're only trying to correlate what I said? Are you getting the point? The knowledge is already there. Our scriptures say, if I say I don't know about apple, meaning I know that I do not know about apple. So there is already consciousness and knowledge present. Are you all with me? Is it looking little spiritual stuff like that? I'm just very logically talking. And logic and spirituality are one and the same. And at one point of time, spirituality is not understood but experienced after a point of time.
Exactly.
So the point what we are trying to discuss now is, see, I told you, we are trying to start a conversation. We want to talk. Why do we want to talk? And what do we want to talk? Is it that we are going to talk something which is new? Just imagine, right from the ages of species evolution, right now, there's only one thing, all the things that are having life doing the same thing. Can you tell me what it is? Right from the evolution of life till now, they are all doing whoever they and we are doing the same thing which was done billions of years ago. What are we trying to do?
Producing one's own kind.
Reproducing and producing one's own kind. Yes.
Which is the biological meaning of life.
Biological meaning of life. Evolution of life happens. Every species wants to expand its species. Okay. Why is it expanding its species? Why is it replicating itself? And trying to destroy any other species by evolving itself? Because for its own survival, is it destroying some other species to grow its species? Or is it we are wanting to evolve together in a different form? And one thing is, we always want to be existent. You know, Dr. Brian is a billionaire, software billionaire. He is trying to reverse his age. He wants to live forever. He's saying, don't die, be an immortal. Every species wants to be, doesn't want to go, not to go into non-existence. It keeps replicating, meaning it wants to be immortal. It wants to be all the time existent. And to do that, there is something called consciousness, awareness. So these are the two things that is there all the time in this world and the universe. What is that which is there all the time is that existential feeling, I want to be there. And I want to be there is consciousness. Now, what are we talking about? What, so, G, you are saying ancient wisdom and for futuristic education or futuristic life. What is the thought process we are taking now is, I'm just trying to say this knowledge is already existing all the time as consciousness and awareness. I'm not going to say something new to you. If you understand, it means it is already there in you. We're just removing that which was there, covering it. And that can be uncovered when there is a conversation. Is the first thought understood okay? Is it relevant and okay? Can
Yes,
we
sir.
go forward to the next thought? Are
Yes,
you all
sir.
okay with the
Understood,
next
sir.
thought?
Understood, sir. Understood,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Understood, sir.
So now the idea is I am approaching this session not to throw light that I know something and we are trying to learn something. We are going to unravel something which is already existing by conversation. So this is the first point. Second point, I have another friend who is an agricultural scientist. Very interesting person. One day suddenly he pinged me. Swamiji, I want to know what are the ingredients that go into vibhuti. Please understand, he is not a religious person. He is an agro scientist. Then I asked, suddenly I called him and asked him, hey, I was thinking of you yesterday and you are pinging me today. So, the moment when you say that, science fraternity will say immediately coincidence, probability. Okay, it's okay, it's their perceptive. But he used a word. That word was, this entire universe is a scientist, huh? He said the entire universe is a vibration. It's in a wave. The particle is in a wave. Are you all okay? I don't know what background you all come from. Huh? Maybe a scientific background or a, art background. I'm not sure which background you're all coming. Maybe there may be a science professor here. Maybe there may be a art professor here. I'm not sure who you are, from which background. So you understand what I'm trying to say scientifically? He used a word called scalar vibrations. He said something called scalar vibrations. I was wondering, what is a scalar vibrations? He said the entire universe is in a vibe. And that way, certain frequencies, obviously it's in a wave, it means it's a frequency is there. So it means that when a frequency and another frequency connects, that's quantum. Are you all okay? Is my understanding is okay? If any science person is there, please do, you can always correct her. Anybody here science?
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is
Amazing.
okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
Amazing.
entire science fraternity approach this universe as wave energy. Isn't it okay?
Yes, sir. True.
And wave travels as frequency, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when a frequency is there, when we match a frequency, like when we have a mobile with us, and
Yes.
there is a frequency which a network is sending, there are multiple frequencies are there. Which frequency which connects, we are able to converse through the frequency to a person who is very far. So it's just a frequency connection, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
So the mobile
Fundamental principle
is an instrument where the frequencies are tuned. What about this body, which has something which is also made up of vibrations and wave? I'm talking science. I'm not even talking about spirituality. Yes. Vibration. When somebody is there who is also similar vibration, can't we connect one at the same?
Yes, can be, sir. Can be, sir.
See, I'm just talking hypothesis and logic. Huh? Now, how is it relevant? For what topic are we talking? Is when he asked me, what are the contents of the Vibhuti? Then I gave him, these are the contents which are going into the Vibhuti. Then he started connecting to science. He started saying the particles, the charcoal. When a particle is excited or burned, its properties changes. And when it is applied on us, again, it interacts with the minerals in the body and the environment and atmosphere, and the property changes. We are putting Vibhuti in the forehead. Maybe that is the reason Gukesh, Prajnananda, they all score big time. It's become like the chess fraternity. They are using a lot of Vibhuti nowadays. Have you seen that? It's become a fashion statement now. Everybody using Vibhuti in the chess fraternity. Whatever reasons it could be. I'm not trying to bring religion. Huh? I'm just saying the property of the Vibhuti has something to play with energy. Are you understanding the point? So, science is very much part and parcel of, I don't want to use the word Indian knowledge system. I want to say Bharata Vidya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hats up.
Indian knowledge system, we should not restrict to India. Swami Chinmayananda, Puji Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, he said, Bharatiya doesn't mean one who lives in Bharat. Bharatiya, the word Bharat means Bharat. Two words are there. The one who revels in knowledge is called a Bharatiyan. It is not restricted to a geographical place. If somebody is seeking knowledge in America, he is also a Bharatiyan.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
If a person in Italy, in Rome, if he's a pope, he is also seeking, he is also Bharatiyan. There's no religion in Bharatiyan. It's knowledge. Knowledge doesn't have religion. Knowledge is consciousness. Consciousness cannot be restricted to geographical, caste, creed, and religion. Knowledge is knowledge. Can you say a Christian or a Muslim's happiness is different from a Hindu happiness? Happiness is happiness.
Yes.
Please understand. Knowledge is knowledge. We cannot color knowledge with saying this knowledge. Of course, 2500 years minimum, Sangam era. And also please understand, Bharatiya knowledge doesn't mean only Sanskrit. Even Tamil also has very deep knowledge about all the things which Sanskrit offered. Are you getting the point? And doesn't mean Dravida Desha, which people are using for multiple purposes. It's not a political culture at all. Dravida means Dravya, means where there is knowledge and prosperity very much. That is place is called Dravida. And if you go into the north, in Kashmir, Abhinavagupta was there. Great minds were there. And if you go to Greek, Aurelius, Marcus Aurelius, Aristotle, Socrates, what do they talk and what did I talk? Is there any difference? If you see knowledge level, they were all the same. Maybe their little goals were different. But the knowledge to enhance life, enhance the way we live was similar, yes or no? So Bharata Vidya, which we all loosely say Indic knowledge or Indic wisdom, is very restricting. Of course, we did a lot of research in knowledge. Why did we do? Puji Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji very beautifully says, you know what he said? Indians always sought knowledge. The reason is the conditions in Bharat was conducive for knowledge seeking. In Europe, the conditions were very difficult for the survival. The conditions were hostile. So they had to first work on survival and existence and then prosperity. But Bharat, survival was not a problem. Existence was not a problem. Because everything was available. Even in Tamil Nadu itself, there is Pancha Nilam. Aindu Nilangal irukkirathu inge. So they don't have to work hard for survival, for prosperity. Then what do? They started going beyond prosperity. That is why the knowledge systems were so varied in our Bharatiya culture. Are you all okay? Is it going in the right direction? Why we are talking about this is, please people, you are very important for this world. The educators, the knowledge torch bearers, particularly Bharata Vidya, is very important at not just the academic level, at the consciousness level. If we want to raise the consciousness of this entire world and beyond the world, please understand I'm talking beyond the world. All knowledges are restricted only to this planet, but Bharata Vidya is beyond this planet. Why? Because Arjuna went to Swarga Loka and got some knowledge. Meaning, I went to interplanet, interworld to gain knowledge. The other culture people went beyond waters to gain knowledge and prosperity. But Bharat, the Bharatiyans, not went inside the world, they went outside the world and planet. They knew how to go to interplanets. Because Bur, Bhuva, Suvaha, when they are saying there are 7 lokas above, 7 lokas below, there are dimensions of the world of different beings, Gandharva, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Apsara, different beings they could mention. And what are their powers they could mention. Where do they live? How do they fly? Everything was mentioned in our Puranas and the Shastra. So, please understand, Bharata Vidya is not restricted to worldly knowledge. Beyond the world, how you can survive also was shown to us. How you can achieve also was shown to us. We are only thinking about knowledge. Now, Elon Musk is saying we should go to Mars, correct? Go habitate Mars. You know, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahmaji took all the cowherds of Krishna's friends to his loka. So there was a transportation of people from one loka to another loka. And in the same Bhagavatam, if you see, when this episode happens, Brahmaji confronts Krishna as a small child and asks, "Who are you?" Krishna smiles and says, "Who are you, do you think?" He says, "I am Brahma, the creator." "Oh, I am the creator of the creator." And he said, "You want to see the other creators whom I created?" Immediately, thousands of Brahmas come from different world and universes. What does it mean? It means there are multiple universes. And there is one creator. I'm not talking about Krishna as the only creator. I'm talking about that consciousness. There is a supreme thinking faculty which is present everywhere. And I don't claim that I am the great. No. We are all the same. So what are we trying to talk? The second thought which I'm trying to present now is, it is not just Indic knowledge, it's Bharata Vidya. And the Bharata Vidya is not limited to just experiences in this world alone, experiences beyond the world. So when we are going to give them the knowledge, we are going to give our children not to survive and live and exist and be prospered in this planet, but I will give you Bharata Vidya to survive in another planet also. Do you want to take it? So how do we promote Bharata Vidya? Because students are struggling for career propositions. Tell them, my dear, I can get you a career in Mars. Are you ready with Bharata Vidya? We are only thinking, hey, you want a job in IBM or Google or Microsoft. I will give you a job. Go to this planet and I'll be your person who can work for that. Now, next generation, there will be counselors, educational counselors who will send children from this planet to another planet. Don't think that I'm over imagining. It has happened before also. You may look at it as funny and humorous and crazy. I'm telling you, this all happened thousands and thousands of years. And where is the proof? Of course, I can give you the proof. Shastra is the proof. No. Shastra, it's very limited. It is written by some people, so it can be manipulated. No, Veda. Veda cannot be manipulated. Why? Veda means knowledge. Who gave this Veda? Veda was given by rishis. Oh, rishis means they are all people only. No, the people in different consciousness. They did not write the Veda. They revealed the Veda. They could not hear physically. It was internally, the intuition. They tapped the consciousness, the knowledge which was already in them inside. When they were in a state of a different consciousness, it revealed from inside what has to be revealed for that person inside. Does it make sense? Is it okay? At least somebody show some thumbs up or some head shake or some. Is it okay? Now.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. There's one person who keeps responding to me. Thank you, Chandra.
No, sir.
I don't know wherever you are from, whoever you are, at least somebody is keeping responding.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
He's very interactive in all the sessions.
Where are you from, Mr. Chandra Mohanji?
Sir Chandramohan, sir, myself, I am actually a faculty member for history for UPSC Civil Services examination from Bangalore, sir. I am in this field for the past 25 years. Ancient India is the most favorite area for me, though I deal all history, particularly this Indus Valley civilization, Vedic culture. I think that they are the essence of our Indian civilization, and which actually through these civilizations only India has emerged as beacon light of knowledge in the ancient world, sir.
Very good. Thank you, Chandra Mohanji, for such a beautiful explanation.
You are taking us to the very great levels, sir. These are mental planes are you are touching the very core planes, sir. And a small submission, sorry for interrupting you also, sir. This is actually, I have a small reading of Sri Aurobindo also. Aurobindo is integral yoga is also touching this universal consciousness, so that I can connect you in the beginning itself, sir. Sir, please do continue, sir. So wonderful, sir.
Thank you, Chandra Mohanji. Thank you, Chandra.
Amazing.
One additional point with what Chandra Mohanji said is Indus Valley civilization has to be rewritten as Saraswati Indus Valley civilization. Yes. They removed the Saraswati. Saraswati is the knowledge part. If you remove the Saraswati and keep the river, what is the point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Now we are going for Indus Water Treaty.
Yes, sir.
But if it was Saraswati, then that is different.
Few seconds, sir. Shall I interrupt? Few seconds. Shall I, sir? With your permission? Please. And today you have seen as a part of this Indo-Pak Operation Sindoor, sir. Actually, you are listening one great professional ex-army serviceman, G.D. Bakshi, sir. This Bakshi, sir, has written a wonderful work, Saraswati Valley Civilization, as Saraswati is the river and its great descriptions in Vedas, which is even older than Ganga and Yamuna, and having abundance of water. Later, actually, as it went off inside the earth, of course, this Ganga is excellent work, sir. Thank you, sir. Please do continue, sir. Later in the end, we can listen.
Again, please see that Saraswati River civilization, we say. It is not the Saraswati River we are talking. It's the civilization. The civilization consciousness is what we are talking. The civilization consciousness was knowledge based. That is why it is called Saraswati Valley Civilization.
Yes, sir.
It's not about the river. It's about the civilization which existed on the river. We remember the civilization for its knowledge base. We are seeking answers from that civilization, not water from the civilization.
Yes, sir.
So again, we are back to knowledge and consciousness, and the Bharata Vidya, which is the expression of this civilization. Whatever knowledge which are there in this civilization is from this valley civilization, which is a source for so many people's inspiration. Okay, the second point which wanted to register is this knowledge is not Indic knowledge alone, it is Bharata Vidya. In this Bharata Vidya or the Bharata Vidya Sampradaya, if you see why Bharat was able to bring in so much of fields of knowledge is because we had a conducive area for evolution of consciousness. Because it was uninterrupted. You know, when you go to some house, you feel like certain vibes happening in you. Does it happen? Some houses you go, you feel very happy, comfortable. Some houses you go, no, it doesn't connect with me. Something does not, work well. We say all these things. I'm not talking about the vibration part. I'm just thinking about. So what we are trying to say is this Bharat, the land also was very conducive for this consciousness to evolve. This knowledge consciousness to evolve. And it was a very beautiful place where people came for knowledge. If you see in the entire history of our country, You will see people coming from Dutch, Europe, whatever you want to say, and North in the sense China, Japan, whatever. Everybody converged. Everybody converged to Bharat for knowledge and prosperity and wealth. Why was it? Because that place itself was conducive for it. So that is why this knowledge could evolve in this land more than any other land. And the leaders of this land were always promoting such knowledge. That's why it grew. The knowledge grew. But of late, there's a sad state. Bharat is spending 50% of its GDP for cosmetics and entertainment, and 0.1% or 1% to 2% on research. Just imagine. That is why we have become more of consumers than contributors in the field of innovation, creativity, and knowledge. Am I okay? Is it okay?
Yes, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
Where is the technology which we had before? What happened to the technology? What happened to the knowledge systems? All the knowledge systems. Do you know something like, you must have heard about Sadashiva Brahmendra?
Yes.
In Nerur, his samadhi is there. If you see in his story, one incident is mentioned that he was an Avaduta basically. He became an Avaduta. Avaduta means he uses the sky as his cloth. He doesn't wear anything. He was just walking, and it was during the period of Mohammedans, Islam. And he went into one, he just walked. He was not even aware where he was walking. He just walked. And there were ladies there. And they took it offensive that because he was, Avaduta, they went and complained to the king. And the king came and looked at this man. And then he was walking like that. He took his sword and cut his hand. He was not even aware that somebody is cutting the hand. He was just walking. Then somebody came running and said, "Hey, your hand is cut. You are just walking." Then he took the hand, fixed and walked. This is a recorded version of his biography somewhere. Now, it could look as if this was a made-up, cooked-up story. Maybe there was a knowledge where you can attach organs. Now, if you see, recently, just before now, I read an article. They're using a technology where you don't use any instruments to cut open your body and stitch it. They're not using any instruments. They're using a ray. Now, because that we did not know the knowledge and technology, does it mean that doesn't exist? It becomes superstition. How can we say that? We lost it, that's all.
Yes, yes.
Because most of the knowledge perished with the expert because there was nobody to seek the knowledge. No adhikari was there. No shishya was able to take the knowledge. The guru had it. They did not see the mind and the consciousness of the student who can take this knowledge. So it just went like that. But doesn't mean that knowledge does not exist.
Yes, it does exist.
Which was used. When you talked about Wright brothers, flying and all, it was mentioned in Ravana's time. Pushpaka Vimana, we said, doesn't mean that, they did a research.
Yes.
University of California did a research using the Vaimanika Shastra book by Sage Bharadwaja, and they emptied the place, and they did an experiment where using the same dimension which was mentioned in the book, and they said if this was there, the object inside can they get the ability to lift itself. It is a proof given by University of California using the Vaimanika Shastra book by Sage Bharadwaja.
1 minute, sir. Shall I, sir? 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, please. This is a conversation, not a lecture. Please go on.
Yes, sir. No, sir. What you said is true, sir. This is not known to so many people that, and they say that these are all cock and bull stories, sir. But actually, what you said is one of my students, actually 10 years ago, she was aeronautical engineer, sir. Aeronautical engineer she was. And she went to NASA for some training. Their NASA professor has talked and he asked her that you are coming from India. Have you heard about Bharadwaja Rishi? And this girl, innocent girl, actually has gone through her only degree only, BTech only. Then she said no. Then what you are saying, sir, that professor said that you are the people Indians developed this, and he has correlated with one important mechanical engineering concept called vortex motors. Once actually fuel is given, later actually self-propelled systems, of course, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, please continue, sir.
Thank you, Chandramohanji. You're making the conversation better. Thank you so much.
Sir, no, sir. Your blessings. No, sir. I'm very small.
Several such knowledge is also available with our tribal lot. And since we are working in a small way with the tribal people, I personally feel that this knowledge is dwindling and deteriorating from them. At least to the next generation, it has not been transferred. There are several such things, being whether it is to do with the herbal medicines or whether it's a kind of lifestyle that they live. Maybe during the Corona period, during the COVID period, I learned from them that none of them really picked up the disease by a simple technique that they used in food. But this knowledge is being not translated. The next generation is so pathetic to know that children at the age of 15 and 16, they are diabetic.
Correct. No, Dr. Madanji.
So a knowledge which they themselves have acquired, they themselves have acquired and cherished it for long period of time, is not being transferred to them. Mainly, I would say it is a kind of education that we have intruded on them.
Exactly.
This education is what is spoiling them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Again, the Vishwakarmas, the 64 Vishwakarmas which were there. I think people feel carpentry is very bad. Yesterday's Srinathji was speaking about it. So I think, as Mark Twain said, I went to school, but it did not give me wisdom or knowledge.
I know.
So I feel that today's education is literally rotting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Only facts, figures.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the purpose of this FDP is that.
Absolutely.
One thing, sir, Madanji sir, and sir, Vignesh sir. Actually, today, as a SAR has taken us to the higher levels of knowledge, such knowledge 1 by 100th is not at all implemented in the actually any, whether in the primary level or higher levels.
True.
Yes, sir. It is what rote memory meant for marks, and nobody bothers about how much they have the knowledge, of course, sir. And that to our traditional knowledge, sir, only a few seconds, sir. If NASA people are saying about actually our rishis, like our these 6 schools of philosophy, Shaddarsanas, and they are telling about our rishis in America, our students going to America, oh, I came from India. We don't know that these are all Indians. And that is when they are labeling their nuclear physics laboratories as Vaiseshika laboratories. Here, actually, no science faculty never says about Vaiseshika theory, which is nothing but nuclear physics and nuclear, very essentials for today's nuclear technology, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay. Now, so the second point we were discussing is Bharat Vidya. The Bharat Vidya, we are talking about this Bharat had a lot of space for it to evolve. Okay, this is a second thought.
Yes.
Now, we gave importance to seeking knowledge and presenting knowledge. And Bharat doesn't just mean the Sanskritized knowledge only. It includes all cultures sharing knowledge, giving out knowledge. Second point. Now the third point is, what is this knowledge we are talking about? What is this Bharat Vidya we are talking about? What is this Vidya we are talking about? What is this knowledge we are talking about? So there we have a small discussion on this. Is knowledge is already there. We have already mentioned. We are just, making ourselves aware by something which is hindering the expression of the knowledge. Knowledge is already there. We are just removing the whatever which is covered, unraveling that knowledge which is already within by certain tools. That's all. Okay? This is a third point. Now coming into, there is an Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad. In the Upanishad, there is a dialogue. You know, this dialogue, in this dialogue, there is a discussion happening. The discussion is, what is that knowledge which will make me know all the knowledge? Some people know English, some people know Tamil, some people know math. Okay? These are different fields of knowledge. But is there any knowledge which will make me connect to all this knowledge? Is there any other knowledge? Not the language knowledge. I'm talking about that which can grab all these fields of knowledge. An English professor becomes limited in mathematics. A mathematics professor becomes limited in science and geography. But is there any knowledge which will make me complete and beyond limitation? Then they said, of course it is there. What is that? There are two types of knowledge. One is Paravidya, Aparavidya. Now this Paravidya and Aparavidya. Aparavidya is the knowledge of the world and the creator, whatever it is. The Aparavidya is the knowledge of consciousness, the truth. So we do not even know there are two ways of this knowledge. The problem with the current society is we are all giving knowledge about the world. We are not giving knowledge about that consciousness or the self. Who am I who is wanting this knowledge, wanting to live? That knowledge is completely cut off, which was the core of our Bharati Vidya. All knowledge is evolved only for the person to enjoy the world. But the Bharata Vidya's purpose is this knowledge should make you discover yourself, your potential, your strength, your nature. Nothing wrong in the Apara Vidya. It is important. It is actually trying to guide us towards the Para Vidya. And the discussion is between what is Apara Vidya, what is Para Vidya. See, this is a different dimension to even knowledge itself. The entire Western culture's idea about knowledge is where is the world, what is the world, where is the origin of the world, what is the source of the world, what is this world, how it is evolving, that's all. But who are you who is trying to know the knowledge, to know the world? It's not. That gap creates not the complete knowledge. Are you all with me? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
only Western education is human-centric, sir.
Exactly. So this knowledge,
only human-centric.
Exactly. So this knowledge which we are giving them is making them more selfish and creating more violence, because we are only giving the knowledge about the world, and you gather this knowledge, you will survive, you will what about that you are talking? That knowledge, if we know we are the one consciousness, there has harmony and love and compassion and giving. That knowledge is missing.
Sorry for interruption, sir. It is meant for exploitation. How to exploit? I'm sorry for my submission, sir. How to exploit with our techniques and skills. That's it. Beyond that, nothing. Human-centric. Every aspect is human-centric. As you are saying and guiding us, ours is beyond human. Vasudhaika Kutumbam. There, actually, through these lectures, actually, I have just learned, sir. That means Indians has thought about not only human beings, not only of our planet, every creature, every species, Vasudhaika Kutumbam of universe, sir. Please do continue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So now we are talking about two types of knowledge. Okay, Paravidya, Aparavidya. So the topic is ancient wisdom for a futuristic world. What is this ancient wisdom? I will just read. Is just a taxonomy of our Bharati Vidya. Okay, and you will be. I will not be able to read it completely also, because sometimes you can miss it. we did a lot small kind of a discussion on this. It's called taxonomy. Okay, I will read basic only the topics, and then I'll tell you, or I will share you a small shloka where it all comes in. Okay, about our scriptures. Ashtadasha Vidyasthanani. Ashtadasha, 18 pillars of knowledge. Okay, what are they? 4 Vedas. Actually, Veda is 1, classified and consolidated to 4. 4 Upavedas, 6 Vedanga, 4 Upangas. This is the Ashtadasha Vidyasthanan. Okay, now next. Rig, Yajur, Sama, other and all we all know. Veda, Shaka, Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad. These are all the classifications or the indexes. Next is Upavedas, Ayurveda, Gandharva Veda, Dhanur Veda, Artha Shastram, Stapatya Veda, Niti, Ashwa Shastram, Chatushashti, Kala, Prasthana Trayi. There is Lagu and Brihat Prasthana Trayi.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
see,
sir.
Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Brihat Prasthana Trayi, there are 3 more there. Advaita, Siddhi, and Chitsukhi, and Vedanta, Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Chandas, Niruttam, Jyotisham. Astika Darshanas, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshikam, Purva Mimamsa, Uttar Mimamsa. Nastika Darshanas, Charvaka, Jaina, Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Yogacharya, Madhyamika, Shunyavada. 4 Upanga, Puranam, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Dharma Shastram. Itihasa, Ramayana, Mahabharatam. Ramayana, 7 Kandas, Mahabharata, 18 Parvas, Puranas, 18 Puranas, Upapuranas, 18 are there. Smritis, 18 Smriti. People keep on talking Manusmriti, Manusmriti, Manusmriti. There are 18 Smritis. And Upapuranas, 18, Smritis, 18. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. I mean, they all are Vidyasthanani. Everything will have Vidya, knowledge. And Upanishads, main 108, 10, you can say 120 are there. Chaturvida sannyasis are there. Chaturvarna Vyavastha is there. Ritviks, those who are part of the homas. Advaryu, Hota, Udgata, Brahma, Agni, Dhru, Ishti, Shruk, Shruvan, like that. Dashavatara is there. Different Gitas. We only know Bhagavad Gita, Uddhava Gita, Rama. Here we see Avaduta Gita, Guru Gita, Brahma Gita, Ribu Gita, Uttara Gita, Nausha Gita, Janaka Gita, Vyada Gita, Narada Gita, Hamsa Gita, Kapila Gita, Rishabha Gita, Bhaga Gita, Bhikshu Gita, Vasishta Gita, Venu Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Jivan Mukta. Gita itself so many. Then Ashrama, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Sapta Mata, Brahmani, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Indrani, they're all Vidya. They're all knowledge. Dashamaha Vidya. Kali, Tara, Shodashi. I'm just telling, that itself is taking our breath away. Just to read this is only a glimpse I'm saying. And just imagine every topic which I said will have lakhs of books.
Yes, sir.
And you know, you all have known that there are many universities in Bharat. And we all know Bakhtiyar Khilji destroyed a university. It burned for minimum 3 to 6 months, they say. A library which can burn for 3 months means how much manuscripts would have been there for it to be burned for 3 months. Fuel. That is one university. Just look at it. Kanchi was the great place for learning in south. Pataliputra, Patna was a great learn for learning. Varanasi, and then in the north, Kashmir was a great place for learning. These are all universities. And I'm talking about Vidya. And what are the Vidya? Which is relevant? Is it relevant for our life? If you see, of course it is relevant, not now. That is why our culture was called Sanatana Dharma. Because the knowledge which existed in the Dharma is eternal. You can take it up from any point of time and apply it for any future time also, it will work. Because that knowledge was not limited, timeless wisdom we have.
Yes, sir.
It's not time-bound wisdom, it's timeless wisdom. Why is it timeless wisdom? Because they did not focus on the body, they did not focus on the mind, they did not focus on the intellect, they focused on the spirit, the consciousness, the energy, which is there all the time. Are you all with me? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Our knowledge is eternal knowledge, not limited to time.
Yes, sir.
The knowledge which evolved in our culture was not limited to one particular time for them to survive. Our knowledge was always evolution and was a sanatana, eternal knowledge only. Our wisdom is eternal. So if we want to keep this knowledge tradition for the future, it is not we need to create new knowledge. The existing knowledge itself will help us to understand what will happen in the future. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, they have also finished the Kalpa. They have already mentioned what will happen. And then who will be the next Brahmaji also they have already mentioned. It means they have already written the future of our civilization. And it is happening. It is not simply we are saying. You can go refer to Srimad Bhagavatam. It is clearly mentioned how this society will be in the Kali Yuga and what will happen in the Kali Yuga. How, please understand, time according to the Western idea is linear and time according to our culture is cyclic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%, sir.
So our understanding of this universe, our understanding of that which is here right now, in the future, in the past, in the present, is already done because they did not talk about that knowledge. They did not evolve that knowledge which was only for that period of time. They gave knowledge, eternal knowledge, the universal knowledge, the knowledge about consciousness, the knowledge about the spirit. And we are the people who evolve this knowledge and we are not aware of it. Just imagine somebody has to come from the Western culture to talk about self to us. Yoga, somebody from America has to come and tell me yoga. Yoga is $1 billion industry in the West. And now we are going to tell, please do yoga lifestyle. I go to any doctor and is he a Siddha, is an Ayurveda, is a medical doctor. You know what he says? You have to change your lifestyle, sir. You please change your food habits, sir. Array, you are a medical doctor. You are supposed to give me medicines. Why are you asking me to change my lifestyle and my food pattern and my sleep pattern? When in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan clearly says, Yuktahara Viharasya, moderation in food, types of food, who, when, what, how. And he spoke minimum 7,000 years ago. Then is that knowledge only particularly to that period or even now it is happening? Means that knowledge which was given by our ancestors is an eternal knowledge.
Yes, sir.
And if you are not promoting a knowledge which is holistic, which is an eternal, which is not going to give you life here and beyond, they are giving knowledge not, in Kathopanishad. The discussion is between Yamadharmaraja and Nachiketa. In that, if you see, Nachiketa is seeing his father doing a process which will help him to go beyond this limited body. He will go to Swarga or some other world. For that, he is doing a yajna here. What does it mean? You do some action here, you will get some benefit somewhere else. You can live somewhere better. That is why I'm trying to say our knowledge is not just inside the planet. I'm saying it's even outside the planet also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Such futuristic knowledge we have got in our culture and nobody is doing any research on it. Israelis have done research on it. Germans have done. Germans, Max Muller was sent only to go research our content and write it wrongly, so that we will not read the original version. We will read, even though if you go to the Wikipedia, You see who is writing all the, whatever meaning for all those things are all not Indians. Are you all seeing it or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, sir. Most of the Sanskrit
Yes, sir.
dictionaries are by Germans and from Oxford and Cambridge.
Why are you not doing it? You have it. Once I met a Spanish. He started reading Vedas and mantras. And you know what he said? I'm feeling jealous about you. You should all feel proud about yourself. You know why he said? I don't carry a gene of a Sapta Rishi. You all carry the gene of a great Rishi naturally within you. The data is already in your gene. You're not tapping it. And here I am trying to change my gene to your gene. And we are trying to change ourselves to another gene, which is a slave actually, because a person who is slave to this world is a slave to himself. And we are talking about a knowledge which is going to master us, and we are not going to read that knowledge. Please think about it. So
I also like to share about this book on Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. I think, that book is a wonderful book, but I think he has read the complete nuances, nitty-gritty of everything from here, and he has written that book.
Absolutely.
It's a fantastic book.
No, you should read also Tao of Physics. There's a book called Tao of Physics.
Yes. Yeah.
Gokul Sharma he's raised his hands. Do you want to say something, Mr. Gokul Sharma?
After your conversation, sir, please continue with the Tao of Physics. I'll plunge in after that.
Okay. So now this Freyau Capra has written a book called Tao of Physics. Most of us have you traveled in airports? You see the statue of the Vigraha of Nataraja. Have you seen? If you notice, next time you go to an airport, most of the Indian airports, they will have the Vigraha of Nataraja. And he has done a research on it. He says why they have placed Nataraja in not airports. The Vigraha of Nataraja is placed in CERN. He have facility which is in the Alps in Europe, where they are doing a research on trying to find out God's particle, Higgs boson. They are having the largest hadron collider in this Alps, 37-kilometer hadron. And in that facility, if you see in the front of the office, they have got a statue or a Vigraha of Nataraja. Why is he keeping that in the front of that? You know why they said? They did a small, if you see the Vigraha, there will be fire on the sides, on the yari we call, on the circle. Okay? And he has lifted his hand like this and the feet. Have you seen the posture of Nataraja there? And you know what he says? They did a research. It's his researcher, just referring to it. He says when a particle is excited, that particle releases and moves as alpha, beta, theta when it is excited. And when they connected the particle, they could see the form of Nataraja, I believe, like the points. That was a cosmic dance. We always call it as a cosmic dance. We don't call it as a Bharatanatyam. We call it as a cosmic dance. Meaning what? He is trying to show us how this cosmos functions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we have forgotten that Vidya. Please think.
So, Ceylonese scholar Ananda Kumara Swami also very earlier actually has done a great work on Nataraja's cosmic dance.
Absolutely.
Ananda Kumara Swami, sir. Excellent version, sir. Very old, sir. I heard, I have not read, sir.
Very good. Thank you for that reference.
Please,
now the point why we are talking all these things is this knowledge, if I go into that knowledge part, it's difficult for us to even read the name. In particularly one lifetime is not enough for us to analyze one field of knowledge which is evolved from the Bharat. Not one lifetime. Huh? We need multiple lifetimes to at least read the topic name itself. And all this knowledge was accepted in Bharata Vidya. Please understand. No knowledge was rejected. That is why you can see so much knowledge with so many different ideas. That is why our society is evolving, because we did not say, when a Charvaka said, I don't believe this body is the truth. We said, it's okay. That's your perspective. That's not wrong. That is why knowledge evolved in our country, because we never rejected anybody's idea. We said, it's your perspective. It's okay. That is why knowledge bloomed in Bharat. If somebody says something against the belief system, that person and that philosophy was destroyed. Yes or no? Galileo was killed because he said the earth is not flat, it's round. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
The idea is the knowledge which we are having, which we had, which is still surviving somewhere, it is the future of this, not only this world, future of the other worlds. Why? Because the knowledge which is evolved in our system is eternal knowledge. We are talking about eternity. So this knowledge we should promote, not at the higher secondary level or the higher education level. It has to be part and parcel of our womb knowledge. Did any culture talk about womb knowledge? We have got something called Garbha Samskar. We had prenatal education in Prahalada.
Wonderful.
Did any other knowledge, any other system has given us prenatal knowledge? Garbho Upanishad, a Upanishad, Aitriya Upanishad, a Upanishad, it says what time, when, where, how. If you do certain things, you will get certain things. You know how Vedavyasji was born? Vedavyasji was born because Parashar Muni was a great astrologer, he was an astronomer actually. He understood at this point, if something, when a man and woman comes together, and if we have a child, that child will be the game changer of knowledge systems. And he was trying to get back to his home. On the way, he got stuck. He had to cross a river. And that's where Satyavati was there. She was the boat fisherwoman. She was sitting on the boat. Parashar said, please take me across. I need to cross this river in this time. When they were middle in the cross of the river, he said, please, I request you, mother, if you give me an opportunity, you will be bearing a child which will change the knowledge systems. And she said, I can sacrifice for the sake of the future. See the heart of a woman. She said, if it is for a higher purpose, I am ready to sacrifice. And at that time, they came together and the child who was born was Vedavyasa. Now, just imagine if Vedavyasa was not there, all the systems is not there. The Bharata Vidya itself would have been not there because of the sacrifice of this one woman and the knowledge we gave importance to. He had the knowledge at this constellation. We had the knowledge of the Veshti and Samashti. That which happens in the cosmos, which happens in me, are connected. Immediately science world is saying, no, chaos theory, what happens in tsunami in Indonesia can affect in India. Bharat. Meaning, what happens in the universe can happen here also. What happens in here can also change something in the universe. It was possible and we knew it. Think about it. People could even stop certain things in the universe. Meaning they had the knowledge how to handle the 5 elements. Just imagine the entire universe is made up of 5 elements. And we had the knowledge how to handle these 5 elements. We know how to handle the Agni. We know how to handle the Vayu. We know how to handle the Prithvi. We know how to handle the Akasha. Just imagine the 5 elements we knew. How to do the permutation and combination we knew. And where is this knowledge? It is there, but we are not doing any research. Adi Shankara came and revived certain tools of knowledge. Please think. So how is this knowledge going to help us in the future? So there are some areas where this knowledge, this ancient wisdom can give us something for the future world. At the level of holistic health care, because body has to be functional, healthy. So what do? There is Ayurveda, there is mantra aromatherapy. By doing a puja, please don't take it religious that way. In the puja, the 5 senses and the mind is activated. It's not just religious, it is more of holistic wellness. Because when you're doing the puja, you're chanting the mantra. The brain gets activated. Your mouth is chanting mantra. Naturally, your tongue touches different parts of your mouth. And then again, your body is activated. And when you see a form, colorful form, the mind is uplifted. When you're touching the objects in the puja materials, they are all special herbs which are used in the pujas and rituals. Again, there is a conversation between the nature and me. And the smell that comes from the puja, the aromatherapy, it uplifts the mood. And the prasad that they keep in the puja, it's not burgers, it's not pizza. You just see what they offer, seasonal food they offer to God. Yes or no? Yes, they don't offer unseasonal foods to gods. Meaning that food combination which is right for the season, kambankudu, during summer you drink. Why they are saying kambankudu in the summer, ragi kudu in the summer, use curd in the ragi kudu and jeera, the food. So in the puja, you are talking about wellness, health wise. Forget about the spiritual religion part. I am talking about wellness. Yes, so sir. If you are bringing such knowledge, Ayurveda, and of course yoga you saw, food you saw, mantra therapy they use, and the whatever is there after the ashes, after we do the homa, that ash when it is used for agriculture enhances the soil, enhances healed. It's a scientific paper, not me talking, a scientific paper. So it can be used for agriculture. It can be used for therapy. It can be used for wellness. So the future is education is when you use this, future society is enhanced. Agriculture, thousands of varieties of rice was there in Tamil Nadu. Now we have only 3-4 rice we eat. For every type of body, they had a rice. Slowly they are trying to develop now. Agriculture, environmental. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, if you do this, there will be rains coming. Climatology. Use our knowledge for climate change. We are talking about climate change, very popular now. Environment. All our products are biodegradable. Our water bottle, what was our water bottle before? Gourd. Gourd, bottle gourd. If you dry the bottle gourd, it's very strong, very good water. You don't have to do anything. Don't bring copper water bottle and all. Even a bottle gourd, what used as a bottle. That's why it's called bottle gourd. Why are we not using as a water bottle? Amazon will sell cow dung cake. We go buy the same cow dung in the home. Nobody wants to use it. And that twig for the toothbrush. Alapol, Velapol, Alam Virudupol, their song is there in Tamil. We don't want to use, that fellow will sell in $5, you go buy that in Amazon. Very beautiful. And one previously we were using salt and charcoal to brush our teeth. Suddenly some fellow said, there is no froth in the mouth, there's no taste in the mouth, there's no refreshing in the mouth. Now they are selling neem stick. Now somebody will come and tell, is there salt in your paste? Charcoal paste. Salt in the paste. I was doing the same thing and you cheated me and now you are selling it. We are useless people who just colonial mindset here. Let us drop the colonial mindset first of all. Let us be proud that I belong to a great civilization which taught the world how to count, how to read, how to think beyond the world, astronomy, how to do agriculture, how to do architecture, how to do metallurgy. There was a knowledge which will convert lead into gold.
Yes, sir.
That knowledge, suddenly now somebody is saying, yeah, we can convert lead into gold. We know how to stabilize zinc. Nagarjuna was there. So that is the zinc technology. The bell we ring in the temple, it is an alloy, it's an amalgamation of three metals. How did you know 2000 years ago to amalgamate three different metals? And somebody has to come and teach chemistry for us. Niels Bohr has to come. Pascal has to come. Please
Mehrauli iron pillar is there, sir. Best example. In Delhi.
Alchemy is also there in Tirumandiram.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Mehrauli iron pillar of 5th century AD, Guptas, non-rustic. It is the open place of near Qutub Minar, Delhi. Non-rustic, sir. No, even this day, the temple of chemical knowledge, Glasgow University is also unable to identify its chemical combination, how they have manufactured non-rustic steel.
Absolutely. So that is one way we can use the knowledge for the future. Conservation. We are talking about nature conversation. When I said the tree is God, we started making fun of us. When we say river is God, they started making fun of us. Now other culture is giving citizenship to rivers. That is superstition. What is this? When I was praying to Ganga Mata, then you people made fun of me. Now people are saying give citizenship and equal rights to river. That is accepted, and me superstition. What is this happening to us? So conservation. Nature was conserved by doing prayers to them, worshipping to them. Suppose rivers was conserved because we were worshipping them. That is another one. Then at the other level of futuristic education is ethical leadership and governance, Artha Shastra. It is a book which Tirukural, where one and a half lines of couplets, if a man can write how a society can run, which culture has got such depth of knowledge, how to run the country, how to live a life in 1.5 lines.
But our students know only Machiavelli's Prince, sir. Our people knows Machiavelli's Prince, which is exactly Makki to Makki copy of Ardhashastra, sir.
Absolutely.
Ardhashastra, we know, sir, in polity it is happens, and we don't know that Ardhashastra is the first ever book on statecraft, sir.
Correct. Okay, anyways, time is 7 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm supposed to stop here. I'll just read that. I'll not explain because we started little 5 minutes late. I'll just read the areas where this ancient wisdom can be applied for the future. One is advancement in science technology. We have worked with Anu, Paramanu, atom. We have understood what is atom, so we can go back. Quantum, creation, innovation, aviation, metallurgy, we have knowledge. And for mental health, Now there are a lot of separate departments and ministries are created in Europe for mental health. We did meditation, we did yoga, and we are becoming mental now. Somebody has to come and tell us about mental health. Our entire, yes, absolutely, absolutely. So let this mental health and consciousness, our entire Shastra is only that. So if you bring a part of the subject in, that can be an industry now. You know, in Australia and Europe, the doctors, psychologists are more than any other doctors. Do you know that? They have a ministry for that. So it means that there is so much of scope for this field also. And then global education, Gurukula system, cultural exchange, ethical framework in technology and business. So all these fields are already existing in our ancient wisdom. It has to be tweaked for the future. Lessons, first we have to find out where we have to take certain things and then compile it as a course and also make it as a policy in, at least in our country, big companies, they should accept those people who have done a paper based on Bharat Vidya. If we can talk and create a bridge with all these top players like Ambani, Reliance, or Tata, or Birla, or big Piramal, or big companies, we have a discussion and tell them, please give job opportunities to those people who have done a paper related to their major from Bharat Vidya. Is it okay? Am I there?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So this way we can promote this Bharat Vidya. So I thank Dr. Madanji for giving me this opportunity, and also all these educators and the Bharata Vidyarthis, Bharatiya
Wonderful
Vidyarthis,
words, sir.
to take forward the knowledge of the Bharata, which is the eternal wisdom, which is beyond caste, creed and religion, for the upliftment of this consciousness for the future. Best wishes to you all. Hari Om and good night.
Thank you very much, sir.
If there are any questions or interactions, we can have about 5 to 10 minutes before we close. Okay, Ji.
Madanji, the questions have to be asked to themselves.
Okay. Self-realization.
Yes, let me first be proud and I will take up. My request is, there are 71 people minus me, minus Madanji, or whoever is coordinating. Please don't take it as a career opportunity to learn the Vidya. Whatever we have discussed now, take up one field which is core for you and do a research in that for our own benefit. Whether we are going to give this knowledge to somebody else is different. In Chinmaya International Foundation in Ernakulam, we have a research foundation. So there a lot of discussions on Bharat Vidya is happening, and we have a university called Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth in Ernakulam. There are a lot of scholars there who are doing a lot of interactions and discussions and research in that place. So there may be different people from different fields of, your subject. Take up one subject, either if it is there in your major, it is okay. Otherwise, it's okay. It may be a place of interest. Take up one thing and just go through it. If each one can do that and inspire one person to go do that, we have done justice to our ancestors, the great rishis, who have given this knowledge. Unstoppingly, they have given this knowledge for the past minimum of 21,000 years. This knowledge has been carried for the past minimum of 21,000 years. So let us do justice. It is a part of our yajna. It is part of our offering to our future, our past educators who have protected this knowledge and given it to us. Let us take it forward to a new generation. Is it okay? Is the promise done?
Thank you very
Can we
much.
do something?
Sir, Madan sir,
Yes.
Vignesh sir's email ID, sir.
Oh yeah, I will put it in the group.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
Hari Om.
thoughtful. Dhanyavad, sir.
Shall I leave? Is it okay, Madanji? Can we conclude now?
Yes, please. If at all there are any questions, I will share it to you by email.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So tomorrow, participants, tomorrow we will not be having the session. We will have the session on Monday. I request all of you to participate because we had 130 registered participants. We are having only 70 or 80 or 90 every day. So if your friends or somebody is registered and not attending, please ask them to attend the program. Thank you so much and have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.